Now, this is about to have black sections, namely to have constitutional arrangements in the Labour Party. Here he comes to that black people and brown people in the Labour Party get additional opportunities which they wouldn't otherwise have,
Grant,
similar to those given to women and young people in the Labour Party.
To move the composite. And Tottenham Conference is an inner city area in the borough of Haringey with a large percentage of black people. And I represent a particular ward in Tottenham called Bruce Grove. And that ward has about 60% of black people. And I was amazed to discover that roads in my ward were named after places in Africa. Dongola Road, for example, was named after a place in Africa. And also that an African king in the 17th century called King Bonny lived in Phillip Line. Now, comrades might want to know why I mentioned this, but I mention it because I want to make it clear to all comrades that black people have been in Britain a very, very long time, and we're going to be here a long time yet. And when the black sections adopt the slogan, "We're here to stay," that's precisely what we mean. And I want comrades to know that. Because, you see, we are not only interested in what's happening today. We want to know a bit about the past. We want to know about racism, where it came from. And one of the tasks of the black section would be to investigate that particular situation as far as the labor and trade union movement is concerned. You see, our problem is that blacks are not a priority in the labor and trade union movement at the moment. And black sections are here to ensure that they become a priority. Over the past year, blacks have been killed in mines in South Africa. Blacks have been killed in Grenada after the invasion by reactionary American forces. Blacks have been killed in Angola and Mozambique by the incursion of fascist forces from South Africa. There's been turmoil in India, Sri Lanka, almost every part of the world where black people live. And yet there's no debate on it at this conference. Blacks are dying every day from malnutrition, starvation, and hunger. And we're in the EEC, and the EEC is dumping food by the metric ton. Now, we intend to make sure that these matters are properly discussed. But what about at home? That's foreign. What about at home? Well, comers will remember that in 1979, Margaret Thatcher made a famous swamping speech when she restricted immigration. And what she said basically was that, we're in danger by an alien culture, and we've got to keep the blacks out so that we can take care of those that are in. We're going to take care of those that are in. That's what she said. But of course she hasn't done that, has she? I'll tell you how she's taking care of us. She's taking care of us by trying to abolish the GLC, which has done more for black people in London than any authority previously. She has taken care of us by trying to abolish, to rate cap 18 authorities, the majority of which are labor control, and have policies on behalf of black people. That's how she's trying to take care of us. But before you get too carried away with this, you see, the Labour Party's record isn't that good either. And the Labour Party introduced the 1971 Immigration Act, which introduced racism in immigration for basically the first time. There was virginity test placed during the Labour government, and the Nationality Act was there as a result of a green paper that was produced by the Labour Party. And blacks are saying, and this is what blacks are saying, we are saying that we are being used. This conference is a headline of the Caribbean Times, which is the authentic voice of black people. It is not the militant tendency, and the Caribbean Times supports black sections. Now, we are concerned because we are told that our leaders are against black sections. And one comrade has said that black sections will be turned into black ghettos. And I want to examine that quickly, Chair. because a ghetto is a place of degradation, etc., and the people you find in ghettos are pimps, drug pushers, etc. Is the question that blacks who have given years of their life in the political movement, in the Labour Party and public office, are the same as pimps, are the same as drug pushers? Is that what he's saying? Is he saying that we are to become, in the black sections, similar to ghettos? Because I'll tell you this, if that's what he's saying, and if that's what he thinks about black comrades in the Labour Party, what does he think about black comrades outside the Labour Party? And what has surprised me, Chair, is the fact that they tell me that this person will be the next Home Secretary in charge of, amongst other things, race relations. Now, black sections are there to stop this sort of abuse by politicians against black people. When politicians of any party get up and make such statements against black people, we will be there to answer them. So I urge you to support black sections. Thank you.
Thank you, Comrade. Birmingham, Ladywood, the second.